Imagine you're out in the field, the crisp morning air filling your lungs, your rifle steady in your hands. You've chosen the 2506 Remington because everyone says it's a forgiving round perfect for hunting, with light recoil and good accuracy. But as you line up on your target, you notice the bullet's flight isn't quite as predictable as you expected. A small miscalculation in your aim, or even a slightly off hold, can turn what should have been a clean shot into a frustrating miss. Despite its reputation, the 2506 demands respect, understanding, and careful practice. Many shooters assume it's an easy option, only to discover that it reacts differently under various conditions: wind, distance, and even the type of game you're hunting. In this video, we'll break down why the 2506 isn't as forgiving as many think, how to avoid common mistakes, and what you need to know to use it effectively. If you want to separate fact from fiction about popular cartridges and learn the truths behind gun myths, make sure to hit that subscribe button to join our community and never miss an update. Recoil isn't severe, but precision matters. Yes, the 2506 has moderate recoil, much easier to handle than a 270 or a 3006, which is why a lot of hunters fall into the "this is easy" mindset. That's where trouble starts. While the cartridge is comfortable to shoot, it's not forgiving. It rewards precision, meaning every shot counts. Under stress, at long ranges, even minor flinches, a shaky hold, or misjudged distance can lead to high shots or under penetration. A clean, ethical harvest isn't automatic just because the recoil is light. The 2506 shines on medium-sized game like white-tailed deer, pronghorn, and coyotes, especially in open fields or rolling terrain where you can take a careful shot without rush. It's less suited for thick brush or dense forest where shots are quick and angles unpredictable. Paired with a lightweight, accurate rifle bolt action like the Remington 700 or Winchester Model 70, it can deliver flat, precise trajectories that make longer shots manageable. Match it with a well-fitted scope, and it becomes a reliable choice for hunters who value speed, accuracy, and ethical shot placement. But here's the real talk. Comfort in shooting doesn't replace practice. To really make the 2506 work, you need to respect its limits, understand the terrain, and pick your shots carefully. Treat it like the precision tool it is, and it will reward you. Ignore that, and its reputation for easy shooting might just cost you a clean harvest. Bullet selection is critical. The 2506 pushes bullets fast, often around 3,000 feet per second, with 115-120 grain loads. That speed is exciting, but it can be tricky if you don't pick the right bullet for the job. Lighter or softer rounds, like some 100-115 grain varmint bullets, might be fine on coyotes or small game, but they can shred on impact, over-penetrate, or fail to reach the vitals on a mature whitetail or worse, an elk. That's a clean shot nightmare no hunter wants. Heavier bullets in the 120-130 grain range improve penetration, making them safer for medium-sized game. But they have a catch. They drop faster at long range than many shooters expect, especially if you're still using old ballistics charts. Even a flat-shooting cartridge like the 2506 can bite you if the load isn't matched to the game and distance. A wrong choice can turn what should have been a clean harvest into a gut-shot situation, and nobody wants that. The lesson: know your bullet, know your range, and match your ammo to the game. The 2506 is a precise tool, but it demands smart choices. Respect that, and it performs beautifully. Ignore it, and it'll remind you why reputation and reality aren't always the same. Wind is a bigger factor than people admit. High velocity sounds great on paper, but the 2506 fires a slim, lightweight 25 caliber bullet. That's part of what makes it fast and flat shooting, but it also makes it more sensitive to wind than many shooters realize. A 15-20 mph crosswind at 300 yards can push your bullet noticeably off target. Even mild breezes can exaggerate small errors in your hold or range estimation, turning a clean shot into a frustrating miss. Beginners often think, "It's flat, I don't need to worry." And that's when mistakes happen. You line up, pull the trigger, and the bullet drifts just enough that you miss vitals or only wound the animal. It's a harsh reminder that speed alone doesn't guarantee accuracy. Understanding how wind affects the 2506 and adjusting for it is critical, especially on open terrain or long shots where subtle factors multiply quickly. Respecting wind isn't about fear, it's about making smart, ethical shots. The 2506 can perform beautifully, but only when you combine precision, the right bullet, and careful attention to conditions. Ignore the wind and its forgiving reputation can vanish in an instant. Penetration on big game is not a given. The 2506 is excellent for deer, pronghorn, and similar medium-sized game, But when it comes to elk, moose, or heavily muscled mature bucks, things get tricky. This cartridge doesn't have the raw power of a .30 caliber, so shot placement becomes absolutely critical. Heart, lung, or chest shots are mandatory. Even a slight mistake hitting a shoulder, bone, or heavy muscle can prevent the bullet from reaching vital organs. That's the reality many hunters learn the hard way. Even with experience, you might need a quick follow-up shot, or accept that a clean first-shot kill isn't guaranteed. It's not about fear, it's about respecting the limitations of your cartridge. The 2506 can deliver fast, flat, and accurate performance on the right game, but pushing it beyond its sweet spot is a gamble you don't want to take in the field. Understanding this doesn't make the 2506 any less enjoyable to hunt with, it just keeps you honest. Pick the right game, make smart decisions, and respect your limits, and you'll see why it's a rewarding cartridge. Ignore those rules, and even the most forgiving rifle can leave you chasing a game or second-guessing a shot. Range is everything. The 2506 really shines at medium distances, roughly 150 to 300 yards. Within that range, its flat trajectory and manageable recoil make it fast, accurate, and enjoyable to shoot. But push it beyond that and things change quickly. Bullet drop and wind drift become major factors, and the margin for error shrinks dramatically. What looks like a reputation-friendly 400-yard shot on paper turns into a nerve-wracking challenge in the field. Even experienced hunters have to account for wind, bullet weight, and subtle errors in hold or range estimation. A misjudged distance or unexpected gust can turn a clean, ethical shot into a wounded animal scenario, exactly the situation the 2506's forgiving reputation doesn't cover. The lesson is simple: know your limits, know your distances, and choose your shots carefully. Medium range hunting is where this cartridge performs beautifully, but pushing it farther without proper planning can quickly remind you that theory and reality aren't the same. Respect the range, make smart choices, and the 2506 rewards you with speed, accuracy, and fun in the field. The 2506 is a precision hunter's cartridge, not a forgiving set-it-and-forget-it tool. It rewards skill, careful range estimation, and the right bullet choice, but it punishes laziness, sloppy technique, and overconfidence. Think of it like a sports car: smooth, fast, and elegant when you're in control, but one small miscalculation, and it reminds you who's really in charge. For medium-sized game like white-tailed deer, pronghorn, and coyotes, it's an absolute joy. Light recoil, flat trajectory, and accuracy make it a great option for hunters who prioritize precise shots and ethical harvesting. But even in these situations, wind, range, and shot placement matter more than many newcomers realize. Push it on larger game like mature elk or moose, or take shots beyond its sweet spot, and the margin for error disappears. One wrong choice can turn what should have been a clean harvest into a frustrating follow-up scenario. At the end of the day, the 2506 shines when you respect it. Choose the right rifle, pair it with bullets that match your game, practice your hold and trigger control, and pay attention to wind and distance. Ignore these basics, and the forgiving reputation can vanish in an instant. If you want to separate fact from fiction about popular cartridges, learn the truths behind hunting myths, and improve your skills in the field, make sure to like this video, share it with your hunting buddies, subscribe to Gun Myths, and drop a comment with your experiences or questions about the 2506. The more you know, the better every shot and every hunt can be.